I need a whole show of Shannon on mushrooms. Tamra had crabs, and Archie got a brother. Miracles do happen. Welcome to Showmance, guys, the only show on the internet doing deep dives on shows with no depth.
Mine's long, so I have to read it.
Okay.
Dives as Deep is the search I go on every week to find any empathy for Emily, and shows as shallow as a result of those findings.
You were right there.
Yeah,
You're so close.
I know.
Have you met her, though?
No,
It's not her strong. She has many a strong suit. This is not one of them.
No, I can't memorize anything.
And nothing.
Just songs.
Do you know your social security number?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah. I know anything that I learned when I was young. Like, I know that my phone number was like 666-6758.
You were a 666.
Yeah.
337-0046. That was mine. You don't remember yours?
My phone number from 187,000 years ago?
That's right. He's so much older than us.
Yeah.
I know, you are 200,000 years old.
We didn't even have phones.
Yeah, exactly. You just had cans.
We had smoke, smoke signals and horns.
Yeah.
Guys, we did it. We made it to the finale.
You know what's crazy?
Please tell me.
You can't call it a shocking twist. It was a twist, but if you think about it, not shocking at all.
Yeah.
Like to find out that Tamra was, and I don't even know what's going to happen at the reunion.
Yeah.
I don't know how this is all going to shake out. It almost feels like too good to be true. That like it was this simple to just point everything at her. But I did not see that coming, and I am impressed with no leaking from any of the ladies. But on the reunion trailer, it says, so you've all seen the last episode, but you didn't see the final part that we picked up, basically.
Next week on the Real Housewives of Orange County reunion, well, you guys have seen all of the episodes, but not the aftermath. We wanted you to watch this for the first time.
Oh, wow. Tamra told my friend that you and she were plotting against Christian.
That's insane.
Tamra, that's up. You're making up lies that you've been doing to me for so long. I spent thousands of dollars getting a cyber analysis on these posts. A lot of accounts were tied to Tamra.
Oh.
This is insane.
This is life-changing.
Shut up.
I don't play this game. This has got to stop.
I had to stop filming. I didn't with your paycheck. I was your friend.
And so they go into the reunion not having seen that last bit that we saw with the text message from like the blogger outing Tamra. So I wonder who all knows about, like, I wonder, did they call Tamra that day and say, what the fuck? Or is the whole thing fake and it's just all a big script and they're all playing along? Like, I really am curious.
We'll obviously get there because it's the last scene of the episode.
Do we have to?
Honestly, there was so much nothingness of this episode that I'm fine to skip completely to the end, but it goes against the oath I took as a moderator.
I'm fine skipping to the premiere of the Southern Charm coming in a couple of weeks.
The top of the show was just so dumb.
Totally.
Gretchen talking to Slade again. She truly, I get it. They're best friends. We're very clear about that. Listen, my parents do everything together. They talk about things all the time, but like my mom exists as her own individual person. I really do look at them as one. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I think it's because she kind of plays her manager. And maybe he even is her manager. I don't know. But like,
but we don't see any of the other women calling their actual managers.
Well,
like,
why would we? Like, we would. I don't think. Listen, it's the whole thing's weird. Don't get me wrong. I'm with you on all of that. But like, just to answer that, I don't think we would ever see that. That would really be a fourth wall.
But that's my point. Like, if he's playing her manager.
Yeah, but he can play it off like he's just her husband. So I'm just saying that, like, I think that, like, he seems to be controlling or very directorial in what she does. And I don't know why she thinks that she needs that. It would honestly be great if she knew that she didn't, because she fucking doesn't. And he's only slowing her down.
Correct.
But I'm not also, like, that's her life partner. I'm not saying you should, ditch your life partner. They clearly are very happy and in love and all the things. But yeah, it's weird. She should know that it would be better. She'd be better off on her own, at least on the show.
I've not worked on maybe any shows like this, like real reality show like this. It's always been like a reality competition or like what's the one, marriage boot camp type.
Yeah.
That's like the closest, but never anything like this. So like I find that new things all the time. But it is becoming clear now that we've seen this last little sneak peek to me that like you got Slade and Tamra, you got Jax and Brittany, you got
When you say Slade and Tamra, you
mean Slade and Gretchen?
no, I don't. I mean Slade and Tamra,
Okay, just clarifying, yeah.
Jax and Brittany, you know, who like there's always two knuckleheads that have come along for the ride and they're like, I'm in, whatever you need. You need me to fucking leak shit to the thing and do fake accounts that she liked up, said no gay people, like done. Oh, you need me to stick around in the behind the scenes for 20 fucking years just pulling the strings on these idiots? Done. You need me to do my hair like this? Put pink in it or whatever the fuck he's got in his hair again?
Oh my God.
Done.
Are we talking about Slade?
Yes.
Yeah, that.
Slane Slannery's wash. It's a rinse.
It's out of control.
So it's like
dude.
not permanent hair.
Totally. But get a gray wash rinse. Like you're a gentleman now. Like just be one. Like it's so much better to like. I love those gray washes. Like or the whatever they are.
Wait,
Yeah,
it's
totally.
a
Or
rinse.
just,
Like,
like, go-
is the rinse called watermelon? Is
Probably.
that the flavor
I think
that
it's
he's
strawberry.
doing? Like, I
There's-
don't think it's a color. Yeah, it's a fruit.
I think
Yeah.
it's an obsession with this family of being blonde. Like I think they really enjoy being
Youth
blonde.
is the obsession.
Right, but like
Because only
he-
4-year-olds
he
have
looks
platinum blonde.
Right.
With the exception of Natalie.
Yeah,
naturally platinum
yeah.
blonde hair.
Yeah, I woke
With a
up like
little-
this.
Like
bit
I
of
wouldn't be
mascara.
surprised if she dyed her child's hair.
Oh,
I know
no,
she
not at all.
doesn't. I'm just saying.
No, but
like,
didn't she get in trouble? Isn't she the one that got in trouble for
highlights or something?
No, color correcting her kid's face, like not filtering it. Is she the one?
I mean, I don't know how, if you're filtering a photo, I don't know how one person gets filtered and the rest don't. I feel like doesn't the filter go over the whole?
It might not have been her, so I won't even go into
yeah.
it.
It seems like these are just the two knuckleheads that signed up for the job
Yeah,
on this show.
it's funny that you bring up Jax because one overarching note for this entire thing, how I said about Jax that like last season was like where I think that everybody for a myriad of reasons got to the point where they're like, it's like this guy can't be here anymore because he had gotten to a point where he couldn't even have a real scene with the cast because he was lying about everything. And so like even his castmates could not have a scene that would be believable to the audience because they are not actors. So like even if they wanted to make it work and play
Well,
along, like they
Danny-
weren't good at it, you know? So like,
Danny is an actor.
well, sure. Yeah. But there's more than just the buccos. But that's where I think I got with Tamra is that I think by the end of this show, I think I don't know if anyone will be able to take her at her word for really anything anymore.
That's actually how I was with her when
Foof,
she.
stay the fuck away from that plant.
Do it, fucker, I dare you.
They're cute. The first time she was asked to not come back, that's where I was with her. Like, I
Yeah.
gotta, with all due respect, I need you off my TV. I say this all the time. It's fun or whatever, like when you
Yeah.
love to hate someone, but hating to hate someone is not fun. There's no one's in on the joke with this. It's not,
Yeah.
and there's no evolution with her. Like, something that Shannon, and we've talked about it all season, has really nailed this season is there has been an evolution
100%.
of Shannon Storms
Yeah.
Bedore.
Yeah.
She, like, something happens even this episode where I'm like, yes, again, from start to finish, you have taken us on a journey of, look, ma, therapy
Yeah.
works.
Yeah.
And Tamra just doesn't. She doesn't ever show us any real change. She has no stick-to-itiveness at all.
No.
And it doesn't matter that we've seen you in therapy. I haven't seen the behavior change.
Well, listen, you can say she hasn't changed, but you can't say that she doesn't have any stick-to-itiveness. She certainly does. She's sticking to being a fucking bitch like a motherfucker.
I mean, in the ways of evolving.
Yeah.
She doesn't evolve.
I'm going to believe that she does not know how she's coming off because winning on her does not look like winning in any sort of realistic look. Like,
We were saying it last week, and Nettie said it in the comments from last week's show. She was just like, I'm with you guys. We need some heavy retooling of this cast. And we
Yeah.
just do. It's Emily and Gina are just kind of like, they've become, you remember in the Muppets, like the two old guys that just sit? That's who they are.
Yeah.
And it's like, I need you to be in the game, not just up in the fucking balcony seats commenting on shit and stirring the pot when you think it's appropriate.
Yeah.
I need you to be in the game. And I like Emily. I like Gina. I want her to be in the mix, but she's not.
Yeah.
And I actually really like Jen. I think Jen had a great season. I'm interested in her life. Happy to see more of it.
Yeah.
Obviously, we all love Heather. But besides that, a lot of Shannon, we love Shannon. But besides that, half the cast really needs a refresh.
Yeah. No, totally agreed.
Like even when in this next scene after Gretchen and Slade talk, Emily and Gina are talking about how, Shane had called Emily having this meltdown over how hard it is with Luke. And on no level do I think she's playing a card. Okay.
No.
I just think Emily's, when she was talking about it, I was like, oh my God, a lot of your storylines every year are everything's really bad. And then it gets and then we handle it and it's fine.
Yeah.
And I want to see resolution. I feel like, I don't know. It's starting to feel weird to me. Like when she was having issues with her husband and then he couldn't pass the bar. And then I'm not seeing anything that's I'm not describing it correctly, but there just seems to be something like a false note there or something.
Totally a false note.
All I can think is that she was just trying to bring something to the show, but it's not involving any of her castmates. And maybe that's where as I want to learn about your life, but I feel like every season you haven't been up for a long time. You haven't been up in the mix with the girls. Your quote unquote drama is all your family stuff as opposed to being in the group. You just come and stir the pot. And I guess it's just feeling like there's this big chasm there. And
yeah.
So anyway.
Does Gina have kids or just her?
Yes, she has 3 kids.
But are they what's his names or they're
He
hers?
has 3 kids also.
No, they're a blended family.
Oh, they're fucking what's
Brady
it called?
Bunch.
Brady Bunch?
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah. I don't whatever, dude. I don't have kids. I don't definitely have a kid that may or may not be on the spectrum or have, extra requirements on top of what a regular or having a kid takes anyways. But the whole Emily crying and being I feel like a bad mother, and Gina being listen, you've got to take care of yourself too. I don't that one turned me off on both. That was a little, oh, you guys are taking this housewife thing a little too fucking serious. You don't need to have some me time in Amsterdam wasted on drugs for a week while your kid is dealing with some shit. I don't think so. Again, I don't have any kids. So you can all tell me to fuck off if you want.
Technically, this is her job.
Oh, okay, cool. Well,
that's the
sorry,
discount.
kid. I hope you don't watch this episode because mommy's job is more important than what you're going through.
I'm just saying, my sister travels a lot for work. And if she makes sure there's, her husband's there or my parents are around, to pick them up.
Then Emily should have said that, not, well, you need to take care of yourself. You need me time. And they're in Amsterdam getting wasted on drugs. And listen, I have no fucking problems with that. But I don't have kids, right?
Yeah.
I got 2 cats that I would also be fuck, we should go home, the cats, So there could have been any other comment oh, I understand, or I know how you feel. Don't worry about your possibly autistic kid and your husband dealing with it. Let's go get stoned in Amsterdam, and this is our me time.
I know, it would have been cool if Gina said something when you get home on Friday, you'll have plenty of time to figure it out.
I get that. That I'm on board with.
Yeah, anything but what she said. It screamed, oh, you guys think you're way more than what you are.
I might have figured out what my disconnect with her has been, but I don't know. I also just don't really care about Emily because she's just she's unpleasant. She's aggressive. She's kind of mean. More times than she's not mean, It's she's not my a character that I enjoy watching. So I've just kind of whatever.
She's mean enough to make her nice seem not real.
Right. Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah, she's a very like acerbic communicator.
Yeah.
And she's got Tamra in her. She'll snap on you.
Oh God. Yeah. We
in
see
a
that.
fucking
later.
heartbeat.
Yeah.
And I'm not into it either. It's
No.
like I get it. Sometimes you get fed up and you've had it and you gotta like
Yeah.
lay down the law, but I feel like she does that more times than not.
Yeah. It's just it's not. She's just not my. She's not my people.
Yeah,
you know?
it's not my people either.
But I think that what it has been for me is that all season, her like you could kind of caption her entire season with, I don't know what to do. I've got these problems at home. I got this problem with my kid. I've got this problem. I'm having issues with my marriage. I don't know what to do. And the thing is that like, you do know what to do. You should not be on this show right now. You should be focusing 100% on your family, like getting your son where he needs to be, figuring out how to partner with your husband on this. Each of them wants to deal with the son differently. So I imagine that's a massive like pain in the ass for their connection. So that's what you need to do. Stop saying that you don't know what you need to do. You do. You do.
You know what you need to do.
Yeah. And, oh, you don't want to do that? Okay. I wouldn't either. Like, I get that. But like, I think that her issue is that like, Emily gives off the vibe that when she goes into a room, she thinks she's the smartest person in the room.
That's right.
And I don't think she knows how to deal with what's going on at home. And I don't think Emily likes to go into any situation not being the smartest guy in the room or not knowing exactly what she's going to do. And I think that it makes her very uncomfortable and anxious to think, I'm going to give up this one thing that I do with these people, and I've got a platform, and because she doesn't really have a real job anymore. I know that she did at one point, but I've not watched every season of Orange County, so like I missed all the seasons I think where she was probably doing something out in the world. So I feel like she's having a moment of just a ton of insecurity of like, I don't know how to deal with this. And what if I fail at that too? What if my kid ends up hating me? My husband ends up leaving me. And then I've left the job that I have of like that I'm actually taking care of myself or getting what I need or whatever. And so I think she's just not been honest about any of this. And it's dawning on me that you're not being honest with yourself. You're not being honest with the audience. I would want to watch this journey if you just said, I don't know what it's going to do to myself, my person, who I am, who I'm comfortable with being, if I fail at these things that I don't know how to deal with, or something like that.
That's actually why I've really taken to Jen this season.
Yeah.
Because I see she really is, maybe even to her detriment, so honest. And I don't mean like on the show, I just mean probably writ large in her life.
No, I agree. Yeah.
She is so honest. And so, like, if someone said, like you took that key off the counter, she'd be like, yeah, I did. And I know I wasn't supposed to, but I was just like, she wouldn't even try to make up a lie for what she'd be like, you're absolutely right. I did do that.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that kind of candor with people. And I think that Emily thinks she's playing the long game.
Yeah.
And she might be. I just don't think she's doing it very well.
No, she's totally not. And it's written all over her that you're being mean because you're pissed, you're uncomfortable, something is not right. You can't. I think she's a control person, and things are out of control, and so it's just
and
she's
you're right,
not
if
wearing
she just
it.
said that, it would be such a different experience with her as a viewer.
I would totally relate to that.
100%.
Like just
100%.
You might have said something an episode or two ago about Gretchen and how Gretchen should handle things, like just go about things in a different way. And we did that on Summer House with Lexi. We've done it a few times. We're pretty good at it.
And it wasn't with
other
Lexi,
people's lives. We're really good at doing that.
Not our own lives.
I think we said it about Jesse. Like, this is how Jesse should have gone
Well,
about
listen,
the
we
things.
said about Jesse, about fucking Lexi, about all those
Jesse should just
idiots.
walk off a cliff.
But in the end, when Lexi broke up with Jesse 72 times, we were like, no, the first time was fine. Just go be friends with the girls now and take them out to dinner and do it. Like, that's how you should have dealt with that. And you've kind of fucking went from like superstar to like, oh God.
I'm still a huge fan of Lexi.
I'm
still bummed that she's not going to be
it could have been, it could have, she just blew the ending.
Yeah.
Should she have skipped the season? Maybe. Definitely skip Amsterdam. You know what I mean? Like, definitely, like, so that, hey, we're going to Amsterdam, her going, I think I might skip this trip. I want to kind of focus on the kid and what's his name? Like, that would have taken me from, I said 2 or 3 episodes ago, I'm new to this franchise. This is the first official, like, obviously Tamra's a fucking monster. But this is the first one that I'm like, oh, I don't like you. Like, you're the one you're first in my category of like, I don't like you. Here's why.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. That would have taken her right out of that freaking box.
Yeah.
And I would have been like, okay, people have bad days. And you just made up for it. And she didn't. She blew it.
You know what else she could have done? And she also, again, this would have felt really authentic. And she said this in her confessional to the girls or whatever. I feel so guilty going, but I know that Shane needs this one-on-one time with Luke, because I think he thinks I'm overreacting to all of this. And I'm always there to like catch someone when they fall or to make sure that everything's in the backpack or whatever the things are that maybe only the mom knows, right?
Yeah.
And because like, whatever, like you'll be in a relationship and you'll go out of town and they'll be so happy to see you come back because it's like, wow, I didn't realize you vacuum every day.
Yeah.
And you get home and there's 18 inches of cat hair and a toilet stopped working and no one's done laundry and something in the refrigerator has grown legs. And that doesn't happen when mom's home,
Right. Yeah.
And so she's like, I just know that or whatever, like he just needs this one-on-one time with Luke.
No, that would have been perfect.
Right. And like, and I feel really guilty. So like if I'm weepy or like a little on edge, just know that, because every fiber of my being wanted to stay home, but I knew the right thing for my husband and my son was for them to get this solo bonding time.
Yeah.
And again, like, I'm not saying that that's what she should have done. I'm saying like there's a bunch of different ways to skin a cat. Sorry, Foof.
What is even the next scene?
It's the best scene of the entire episode.
When's
where
the
they go to
last
the maze
scene?
and they take mushrooms and Shannon's fine and all of a sudden she goes, does anyone hear the drums?
Yeah.
Did no one think that was hilarious?
I did, but I'd seen it already in the scene. Like they had played it so many times,
I hadn't seen it.
the
Also, 3 weeks of old ladies high on drugs.
I
No
like it.
offense, like I'm just like, okay, and the whole struggling with her fucking pants. It's just that I have a note later on about when they're at the park and they're talking to Jen and they're like, you need to get your shit together. You need to like not rely on the man. Don't make sure he's not paying for all your shit. And like, listen, whatever. Everyone can do whatever they want. But like, it's just kind of going over her head, it seems like. And she's just like, either I don't know what you guys are talking about, or no, that's what meant, like the man pays for it. Like, I don't know what.
Wait, you're talking about Shannon or
I'm
Jen?
skipping ahead to Jen.
Oh.
Just like my point being, if you haven't done anything significant with your life, you haven't offered the world any huge thing, or whether it's a great thing or a not thing, like, what am I doing? This is a fantasy fulfillment format, right? That's what this is. And that's what we're supposed to be doing, is watching women of stature and money and brains and socialite, like, to having conversations and doing charity work. And like, that's what the Housewives that you want to watch is. This is a fantasy fulfillment format.
Yeah, I mean, you get
that
more
has
of an
lost
eclectic.
its way. But like, fine.
Like where you just have like the housewives that are just like the trophy wives, and then you have the women that are actually accomplished and doctors and lawyers and doing big things.
But the trophy wives are out doing shit, and they're rich, or they married a rich dude, and they like or whatever.
This
like
whole thing is
this
weird.
is this one girl has no money and is relying on the man, which I thought that's not a thing. When ladies aren't supposed to be doing that anymore. Whatever. The other one, I don't like. Gina, she's riding the line, right? Like these people are. I have more money than they do, and I don't have anything. Like I have a bunch of cameras. Like I'm like, I don't. What are we doing? So I think I'm at that part in the ride where I'm like, okay, this isn't funny anymore. The pants, struggling with the pants, like. No reason to show that scene other than to kind of make fun of this lady, really. So that's kind of mean. And I like the maze. What? Okay, cool. Everybody's like, I don't know, man. I'm not fantasy fulfilled by these ladies.
No, I'm not fantasy fulfilled by
Heather,
them, but
that's
I
it.
am. Shannon just had a great season for me. She was so. She stuck to her boundaries all season. She never got out of herself all season. She was kind of a joy to watch. She was fun. She was lighthearted. I just had so many seasons where Shannon has been very, like a cloud has followed her around, and she's always been in a place of victimization. She has really struggled with drinking. She has and listen, she's had big things to overcome, but you can very much argue like, okay, well, you were in this really toxic marriage and he had an affair, which is, I'm not saying is right at all. I'm just saying like, you guys fought with each other. Do you know what I mean? So like you played a role in that. And then you guys get divorced and then you are again in a relationship where you guys have real knockdown, drag out fights. And I think that DUI was a real wake up call for her. And to her credit, she has changed, at least from what we can see on the show, that behavior of just like, you know what, you punched, I'm going to punch back. She's like, no, actually, I don't have to. Like my peace is worth more. My not coming across like a lunatic is worth more. If I'm going to come off as a crazy person, it's because I tucked my skirt into my Spanx, and that's so much more enjoyable for everyone to watch. So I think that's probably why I also have like a little bit more of a runway with her, because I do have 19 years of history with her. She hasn't been on for 19 years, but she's been on for at least a decade. But I also thought it was really interesting. Not really interesting for this episode. Okay, the bar is low. But when Heather again said to Gina, she was defending Gretchen, just being like, no, she really did have some aha moment when they were all together last episode, which is why it just holds so much more weight at the end with everything that happened at the end of the episode. Because Heather really, she wouldn't have said it if she didn't believe it. She really believed that Gretchen did have like a true about face.
Yeah, no, I agree. Everything that you said about Shannon is exactly how I feel about her. But even to go a step further, she's not uncomfortable in her skin anymore. She's not, and I thought that she would be, because like I think I said at the beginning, like I hate it when I see women that are just weight fluctuators, and especially when they're between boyfriends or husband or was left or cheated on, and then the whole debacle with John, what's his name? John Jansen. John Jansen. Yeah. It's just like, you just always want to come out swinging in those moments. And I just felt bad to watch her, because I hadn't really seen her struggle with it for many years. Like she didn't really. And then it just kind of, this probably came with the drinking.
She struggled. When she started the show, she was so tiny.
Yeah.
And literally every season she's put on more and more weight.
Yeah.
And like she'll lose a little, but she'll gain it back. She's never been able to. And by the way, she doesn't need to get back to that.
No, totally. All I'm trying to say is that, like, I think that I was probably projecting my own shit on her, thinking like, oh, this is a bummer. Like I and not in a way that, like, just in the way I was feeling for her, like in those moments. And what I noticed this season, and I feel like I've seen her since then, and I think she's back down a little bit more, because I feel like, if I'm, who knows, these blogs are real, but like, it seems like she might be seeing a new man.
I saw something that she had a new,
and he looked cute, but I didn't really like. I just scrolled
to it or whatever. But
all the shit that she was doing, it's like she clearly knows that cameras are there. Like I do that when I put my pants on. I have to do like lunges to get some things on, and like. But there's no camera in my room. She clearly knows there is a group of cameramen in her room, and she's still doing that. She's still getting out of the car with like her skirt hiked around her waist. Like, listen, it's silly. I wish that she didn't do that. But the fact that she's not embarrassed by it, and she's just like, she doesn't seem to give a flying shit. I don't know. I just think that that's a real feat. Maybe because I'm always sitting here looking at myself in the fucking monitors and going, oh, I should probably.
Oh, I would fully be like Heather if I was on the show. I would be so aware of. Yeah. I think I would. Yeah,
I think if you see yourself in one bad angle, you're like, oh God, I just need to be a little bit more cognizant of that. That's not really my side, or that's not. I should make sure to sit up straight and whatever. And she doesn't do any of that. And so there's something so freeing about that when I'm watching her. She seems like she's really fucking enjoying herself. She's got these huge fucking knockers, and she's always having to wrangle them into something and having to like. Watching her walk out in her slippers, and everyone else is decked to the nines in their furs and their feathers and like she's just like, no, I'm wearing all that, and also slippers.
I'm here for it.
Into dinner, into the restaurant.
It's funny when they're like, Shannon, are you wearing slippers? Yes, I am.
Yeah.
And Heather's like, okay.
Yeah.
Heather and Shannon, I Mike, you don't know this. They have come So far, it is unbelievable. They were arch nemesises. Nemesi? How do you say? Nemesis? Whatever. They were oil and water.
Who?
Okay. Shannon and Heather.
Oh, okay.
When Heather first joined the show, Shannon, I think, had already been on for a year.
Yeah.
And they could not get along for love or money. So the fact that like they can have these laughs and
do
very
drugs
lovely to see,
together?
and do drugs, yes, the whole nine. I just want to say, Shannon, because we're talking about like her looks and whatever.
Yeah.
She looks incredible in person.
Oh, does she?
Oh my God. Her skin is beautiful. She puts herself together so beautifully. She doesn't look.
She does put herself together. Like, is this an accident? Like, what is happening?
I mean, no, I think like when listen, is her style my style? No. But do I think when she's got like, she's very waspy.
Yeah.
You know, with like lemons and like bows and shit like that. But like, and
she's always in like what looks like a very 1960s kind of look, you know? Yeah.
Yes. Oddly Paige DeSorbo in certain moments.
Yeah. Like she should have her shorter hair and like a little flip or something. Yeah.
But yeah, no, in person, like she's got like a little Chanel jacket on. And like she just looks so lovely.
Yeah.
I was just shocked by how great she looked in person. So I just wanted to shout out Shannon. You look amazing at IRL.
And I know, and I'm sure Shannon's not watching this, but like I really am projecting all of my own shit on you. You are fucking fantastic. You are a hero to me, an inspiration to be adored. And
But no, I get what you're saying. Like specifically after a breakup, because if you were the dump you want to look your best because you feel your worst. And somehow you're hoping that like evens out some balance in these scales of hell that you're currently living in.
Yeah.
And I know I was rooting for her. And who cares? You don't need to be skinny or whatever.
No. I just want her to be comfortable in her own skin, and she is comfortable in her own skin. And I didn't see that, and I was on a journey with her to see. No, she's completely fine, doing great.
Yeah, totally. The next scene is again a bit of a nothing burger. It's when the girls go swinging. It's Jen and Emily and Tamra and Gretchen, and really nothing happens to my trained eye when they're swinging. Like, who gives a shit? Although I would totally do that. It looks really fun.
Yeah. I would do everything that they did, but most of this episode was a bunch of things that like I don't really have much to say about.
That's
like,
right.
I was with you exactly the same. Like, I would want to go in one of those things and like see different like photos of myself and like what I would look like as this or that or whatever. Like that was cool. But like I, as a viewer watching this show, knowing what is coming ahead, I was just like, let's get out of here. You guys have been on vacation for what feels like a month.
Yeah.
And you've been on drugs for what feels like a month.
When you say like knowing what's coming ahead, you mean like the end of the third reunion?
Yeah.
Like the end of the show?
Yeah. Okay, so
stupid.
After they're swinging, they go, oh, that sounds funny. They're swinging. They go and they grab a drink, and Gretchen and Tamra have seemingly the most calm, communicative conversation that they've had in a minute.
Quick shout out to ChatGPT. That contract was
great.
Legit. Yeah. I bet you that she probably put in there Tamra and Gretchen, and ChatGPT was like, I know the two. I know the Tamra and the Gretchen. You know what I mean?
No,
I watch that when I'm not on my shift.
Yeah. They just like, that was, I wouldn't be surprised if she put in one sentence that she read and ChatGPT spit out that whole thing exactly how she read it back.
It does do that. Yeah. In the beginning, when all I was using ChatGPT for was Potter on Deck show descriptions.
Right.
And so now it just thinks that I'm this like dude bro, dark humor, like whatever. And so even when I say like, how often should I get an oil change? It'll be like, oil changes are, am I right? Like it answers me like in a joke, like, oh, like it's a little ridiculous. I think I'd probably more like to have it this way than not, but sometimes I'm like, no, this is a real emergency. Like I don't need 10 pitched jokes for this. I need to know where, like, if so my engine's gonna blow up right now.
A carburetor and a fuselage walk into a bar. Not now, ChatGPT.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
But Tamra does apologize, and listen, this is a ship going nowhere.
Yeah.
But this is why I think this scene was even frustrating to watch, because we know they really, you guys just got to throw in the towel and do what Mike said last episode. Like, it's okay. We just don't like each other.
Yeah.
Who cares? So dumb.
That's never going to get healed.
And to
Just isn't.
to know what we know now.
Exactly.
And then to be like, oh, you went on a swing, you went on a boat, you're doing the contracts. Like, it's just such a crock of shit. Like, it feels, I'm having Valley vibes right now. And
Yeah.
listen,
We
there's
got one
nothing,
bottle
Barry.
left,
Do
Barry.
whatever
Yeah,
you
yeah,
want,
yeah.
but we're running low, so I can't be flipping out
Yeah,
anytime
3
soon.
reunions. Wait, do we know it's 3 for sure, or is it
I would
2?
be shocked if it wasn't 3 with this.
No, I think it's 3.
Oh my
Because
god!
in the teaser,
Barry,
they
we
said
need
then
express mail. we need
we
it
might
on.
need 3 bottles,
on a
one
jet.
one bottle each for all the 3 things.
I don't even need my
episode.
own bottle. I just need to make sure that Mike doesn't run out of bottles. I can cope. This one at low coping skills when it comes to
I can
reunions.
cope. I'm just obsessed with the wine. So
Oh,
I
yeah,
have no
yeah, yeah.
excuse.
Yeah.
But it's just it all is like, well, now we need to see the reunion. I feel like this episode in 3 weeks we're gonna look back and be like, oh, that's the dumbest our episode of Showmance. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Everybody's episode of like
Yeah.
season 19, episode 17 of Real Housewives of Orange County. We're all going to put out our episodes tomorrow, and in 3 weeks we're all going to be like, wow, we're a bunch of idiots.
Real Housewives of New York, which you've never seen, they had a
I have. Thank you very much.
oh.
I wasn't there. I don't know when that happened.
But we watched a bunch this year.
Oh, the
And
new
then
season, which is like
we
basically a
watched
waste
some
of
old
time.
ones.
Yeah, so I was going to
Seen
say
it.
they
I've
had
not seen it.
They had a banger of a cast for a very, very long time. And then when they did this reboot, it fell flat for a myriad of reasons. And this last season, after that, they have taken it off the air and they've got to retool it. But the last season it was on the air, it was such crap. And then in the last 3 episodes, all of a sudden we started cooking with gas. There was things happening between all of these women that were real, that were wild.
Yeah.
It was a show. We finally had a show. And then the reunion was really good. And then they cut the show off. And I feel like that's what's happening with Orange County right now, where it's
Thank
like the
God.
whole season was just, no, I'm not, they're never going to cut it before the 20th season. They've got to retool the cast because it's like there could be something there, but it just feels like lazy producing. I don't know why, or bad casting. I don't know what it is, but we used to have women on these shows that just they
Did stuff.
They did stuff, and they were so different. All
Yeah.
of them were so different that yes, Bethany Frankel and Ramona Singer are never going to really get along in fits and starts, yes, but it's just a matter of time before Ramona puts her foot in her mouth and Bethany comes for her. Period.
Yeah.
Same. Luann is, on Planet Luann, and that annoys people. There's only a matter of time before people don't want to see a cabaret anymore, and they're going to start throwing a fit about it. That's fun, interesting stuff to watch. This whole I talked to a blogger, he said, or she said in this scenario, it's not interesting. Talking about something that happened 12 years ago is not interesting. And so they need to maybe cast better and produce better, but it's not happening.
Well, I think Gina said it in the car in the end when they were on their way to the airport.
Yeah.
It was basically like all you two do is deep dive the fucking internet looking for crappy ass things that you've said about whatever, and then say that. Oh, well, you said this on the internet. Oh, well, you're gonna tell people I said that on the internet. Well, I'm not backing down to anybody. You want to fuck with me? You said this on the internet. Oh, you couldn't find anything about her, so you went and made shit up. Like it's just
it's
so
next level.
stupid. It's so
so
dumb.
stupid. And then we get situations like what happens in these next 2 scenes where we get back to the hotel, Gretchen and Shannon go for a walk, and then Gina and Tamra go for a walk. And both of these scenes were so dumb because we know that Gretchen tells Shannon about the Spanx comment, and they weren't being malicious. Were they talking about her and laughing about the fact that she wears all these Spanx? Yes, but Shannon will say, I wear all these Spanx. She jokes around about how long it takes to get them on and get them off. They weren't saying anything negative about.
They said she would be a tough lay. That was the joke.
Yeah.
And so whoever Gretchen turned that into, oh, they said that men wouldn't want to have sex with you.
Which is not what they
just
said
a
at all.
tough. It's a tough. That's a tough. It's
I
a lot.
think- yeah, I think
getting all
she
that
mi-
stuff off.
I don't think that Gretchen was trying to
Manipulate it?
manipulate it. I think that she I think she heard tough lay and did not understand what they were trying to say about that. I think that they were trying to say like it would be tough to have sex with her, like as if it could be
Meaning it would
problematic.
take an hour to get all the
That's
specs
what they were
off.
No,
saying.
I understand that, but I didn't.
Oh,
And like
yeah.
God, and maybe because there's like I'm
That's a layup of a
I'm-
joke. How could she not get that?
because I just don't I don't think like I don't
she
think that's a
did get
term
it.
that she's heard before. I don't think I think that she thought that they were talking shit because they were talking about a woman who is constantly shoving all of her body parts into a thing and strap them in and how she's gonna pop out like a fuck like it's not like I would not appreciate that conversation being had about me. I understand that they're all friends, but like also they're not really all friends, and so
See,
like
that's the other. Yeah, that's when it was like,
Yeah.
oh, just jokes among friends. I'm like, no, you
yeah.
guys aren't friends.
If like you and Jenny,
you
if like
people are
you guys were having
friends.
that conversation about me, I'd be like, okay, fuck you guys. But like, I wouldn't get mad about it. But like my frenemies saying that like I'm a Pillsbury dough
Yeah.
tube of biscuits
Biscuit,
ready
yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
fly, and I'd be a tough lay. Like I just I don't appreciate it. I wouldn't like it. And I think that Gretchen also sees all of them for being mean girls. So she's not taking it as like they're just like having fun with their friend. I think Gretchen sees like this is a abrasive group of people that are constantly yelling at each other or fighting one or whatever. And I might be giving Gretchen too much rope because I'm finding myself doing that because like there is something about Gretchen that like I'm having a hard time seeing her as a horrible person. And so I constantly am giving her the benefit of the doubt. Kind of because I think she's kind of dumb and like a little bit soft on things and like used to her like cottage and her blonde child and now her blonde husband and everything being very picture
Watermelon.
and
Strawberry.
she's living in a filter, you know, like she truly is living her life in a filter. And so I don't know. Like I said, I could be giving her too much benefit of the doubt, but
Well, I have a lot of thoughts on that, but we'll get to them because it
Yeah.
ties into the later scenes. The other scene though, when Gina and Tamra go for a walk, Gina says, I'm not going to say anything at dinner. Like I'm going to save it for tomorrow or
I'm gonna
when
let everybody enjoy the last evening here in Amsterdam, and I'll address it when we get home.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
And then she brings it up, and it's just like,
What a
listen, dude, I don't give a shit if you want to bring it up at dinner. That's kind of what I'm tuned in for. So it actually just benefits me as a viewer. But don't say it and then do it because now I don't understand who you are.
wait, I think you guys are missing your day off because there are 2 dinners. They go to dinner again. Before that, she didn't say it at that night's dinner. She said it at the following night's dinner because they were gonna wake up the next morning and get on a flight. They had
Yeah.
2 dinners
Yeah.
left.
Yeah, there was 2 dinners.
Yes, I thought that she was just going to wait till they were like either home.
She's saying
she
on
said
the
she was going to
walk.
do it tomorrow night as opposed to at tonight's dinner because they'd have a whole nother day to have to to spend. That would be a nightmare.
Okay, I misunderstood.
I mean,
her.
either way,
Wait, I
Tamara's a
thought she
cunt.
said
So
that-
like that fact remains, you know. But
You're talking about Gina?
Yeah.
well, that was Tamara and Gina's conversation
but I
was that
thought
they were
Gina
going to
said
wait.
she was going to let everybody enjoy their last night in Amsterdam and deal with it when they get back, or address it when they get back.
I'm pretty sure it was just that they weren't going to do it at dinner tonight. They were going to do it at the last dinner because they were going to wake up and get on a flight the next morning and not have to like have a day where it just like, oh
just
great,
sit on a tin can
Yeah.
for 15 hours together. 'Cause that's less awkward.
well, at least it wouldn't ruin their trip.
Yeah,
you
yeah, no,
know?
no, totally.
But yeah, I wouldn't. I would be booking my own flight separately after that if I'm Gretchen.
Yeah.
What's your take on, Tamara and Gina? Like, is Gina Tamara's mouthpiece, or is like you always say you can't play smart and stupid, and it often seems like Gina will have moments of like, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to be like, no, you're doing this. No, I'm calling you out right now. Like she has those moments. So then when she tries to kind of play like, oh, Tamara's, I guess she manipulated me into this, which she'll say later. But like, do you think that like they talk about these things before and like
To me, playing smart and stupid at the same time is, for instance, if you're suing someone that you took advantage of me,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And let's say you're saying like, oh, you took advantage of me. I didn't, like, I'm just this bumbling idiot and you whatever. But then you're in another lawsuit where someone's saying like, oh, you're not fit to have the job that you have.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, I'm the smartest person in the room. Of course I can do that. You're playing smart and stupid. You can't be so fucking smart that you can do this job, but so dumb that this person is taking advantage of you, right? And I don't think that necessarily fits Gina in this instance. I think Gina trusted Tamra, thought she was like no nonsense, and even though she gets on her nerves, like I don't think she thought she was being fed information. I think she got.
Oh God, then you are so much dumber than I thought, Gina. I did not.
Who do you think got her?
Tamra.
Like everybody knows who Tamra is. Like you got to be a real
Producers got
dumb
these
dumb,
chicks.
huh?
The producers got these dumb chicks. Like the producers have been doing this for 19 years.
Right. But then,
They've been
don't
successful
later
for
on
19
say,
years. But like this is unreal. Like that show.
no.
This is a bunch of idiots who they've been taking advantage of for a long time. A couple who have wised up to the game. Tamra, maybe a Gretchen,
Heather,
a fucking a Shep, Kyle, a fucking, like these people, they got their bangers who are going to do the job. The rest of them are suckers who want fame and money and all this shit. Like the producers got all of these ladies. Fishing Gal. Fishing Gal is a producer on this show. She got them fucking hooked. Like they're not getting away. Anything that they want them to do, they'll do it. And if they ever fucking say anything about it, they'll be like, okay, yeah, cool, because 19 years, 17 franchises. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. Sure, you guys fucking do whatever you want. And they'll be like, oh, fine.
Okay, so then Gina tries to act like she didn't know any of this was happening.
I don't believe it.
Right? No, I don't believe it either. That's what I'm saying, is that she tries to act smart, and then she tries to act stupid.
Oh, you think Gina knew Tamra was talking to people the whole?
No, I think that Gina knew that Tamra wanted her to say the thing that Tamra didn't want to say. Tamra wanted to hold on to this fucking piece of information, and also, like in the last thing we were just talking about, act like she's having a moment with Gretchen. They've got some like, I understand the cancer thing. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. Whatever. Can we do a contract? All knowing that she's holding on to a piece of information, not only just for the last couple of weeks, for the last year. And then she's been holding on to those tweets for a year, which was like, I knew she'd been holding on to something, but that's a long time to hold something. So for her to tell Gina about it and then get Gina to be the one that brings it up.
Do what? Like tweets too.
Yeah.
Like that takes a minute.
If that scene was trying to play like Tamra's just showing her this thing, which also I think that now that she's on with iHeart, and she has been for a bit, but now she can use iHeart as every reason that she gets any piece of news. I didn't search this. iHeart sent it to me. I don't think the representative for iHeart's going to be getting on the mic anytime soon to be like, confirm or deny.
No, totally.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I think the extent to which I think Gina knew what was going on and was like in on it is, yes, of course. Is she trusting that like Tamra has this altruistic, amazing way about her, and that's why she's bringing this to light, because she's this massive ally for the LGBTQ plus community? No, she obviously she can't stand Gretchen. She knows that. She's bringing this up because she can't stand Gretchen. With that being said, I think this is something, and I would have felt the same way if someone showed this, if someone hated a person that I was friendly with or someone I worked with or whatever, and I was like, yeah, whatever. Like, I don't love this person, but I don't hate him. I don't really need to get involved. Not my circus, not my monkey. But then they showed me these tweets and these Instagram posts that they liked and whatever. All of a sudden, I would have a very big problem with this person, because now I know this and now I have to say something. And I think Gina was happy to do that. Like, I think she knows Tamra. Of course, Tamra's showing me for a reason. There's no such thing as a free lunch, period. But specifically with Tamra, there's always a reason. She's very calculated. There's always a reason she's doing it. And I think Gina knew that. But now it's like, oh, but now you've got me pissed off in my own right, because I think this is so wrong. And I'm going to say something because this is disgusting behavior that should be called out.
I think best case, she wanted to call it out herself, but only because she's done dick all season, and it was like, this is the finale, and like I gotta bring something to the table. I need to go out with a boom, bang, whatever.
You go out with a boom and a bang,
and that she did. So I guess, but still. I don't think
she was concocting this plan with Tamra all season to like lead up to this moment.
Yeah.
I think Tamra was concocting this moment, but I
Yeah.
don't think Gina was in on it.
Yeah. Okay.
The next scene, which I think was really sweet, was when Heather went to go scatter her dad's ashes. I'm watching it, and everyone knows I'm so gullible. So I really do genuinely think that like Heather was surprised that she was going to be able to go in the house. And I'm like, these motherfuckers are going to crucify me for this. They're going to be like, that was all planned, and it's fine. Even if it was
No.
planned, it was still so lovely.
It was totally lovely. My first note is I wish she would have taken Shannon, because I just think that would have been a great, because Shannon's got her dad and is, I don't know. Dad
Yeah, I would
scenes,
have liked her to
I would
take
like
Shannon
to choose
too.
my own cast for the dad
Yeah,
scenes.
same.
Maybe that's just me. So do I believe, okay, I have never been so close to believing, because
Okay, no, just stop there. That's nice.
and in a million years, I would never believe that kind of thing would happen. Not only that, but then that the guy was going to be cool with it, that he was going to sign the thing, that he was going to let them all come in. That, like, it was just all too much was on the ready. The only reason that I believe it is, and also Heather's a great actor. So like
Yeah.
she does this kind of thing all the time where I'm like, oh, you just called this pancake place? You just found this pancake place on your phone? No, you didn't. You walked right in there, and like, they did not seem surprised that the camera crew was following
Yeah.
you. So like, I know that she's good at that and can do that. But I did believe her because also Emily was good in it for it to be believable. And at first when they walked in, I'm like, this place is too clean. But then on my second watch, I noticed that there was a tray of dishes that were on like the sink, like kind of next to the sink. There was some like maybe like empty soda cans that were on the coffee table. Like just things that if you knew a camera crew's coming,
You pick 'em up.
you're just going to put those dishes in the dishwasher and
Yeah.
you're just going to throw those cans away. So there's this inkling in me that thinks like that could have possibly been the first time that such a serendipitous like Bashir thing ever truly really happened on reality television.
And she also looked so genuinely surprised, and you could see she looked to the producer when she was like, can we go in? And because the guy goes, do you want to come in? Do you want to film? And you saw her look off, to one of the producers and ask. And I just was like, oh no, I genuinely think this is a surprise to everyone. And it just, whether it was, or Mike's going to be like, no, the producer set it up beforehand.
There's just too much that has to go on to
Listen,
prepare for
I'll
it.
give you this much. The producer, when she said, can we? And he was like, yeah, sure, I guess. So whatever he said or she said, two things made me not even go there, like production set this up. One was that the producer being like, yeah, sure. That wasn't a reaction that a producer who set something up, I don't think would give. The second one was they were standing outside this dude's fucking house with a big window and a camera crew. Like, who doesn't have a ring or a fucking something? Like, the guy probably went out there to be like, hey, what's happening here? And they're nice in Amsterdam. They're two nice ladies. Heather's pretty, it didn't seem so serendipitous that the guy just randomly walked out of the house, pushed by the spirit of her dead father to come upon the dog and be like, oh, please enter my home.
Do you remember he goes, oh, do you want to film your video?
No, do you want to come make films?
Do you want to come make films?
Yes.
Like it was
so
really sweet.
It was so sweet.
So I feel like it was like they could have set it up, but like if they set it up, like, why not just go and like, go in and do that? Like,
so great.
I do feel like the guy was like, what the fuck is happening out here? I'm going to go check this out. But it did also kind of look like he was leaving for the day. So like, who knows? But it was fine. I'm also a sucker for the stories of like, oh, I went back to my hometown and been there 15 years and we drove past the thing and fucking somebody came out and we told them, they let us go inside. Like, I love those stories.
Yeah.
They're so amazing and so like just movie stories. Like they're not real. I love it, even though they are. So I love that. And like the whole thing with the ashes is great.
I was crying when I saw her do that. It really got me. It really choked me up.
Definitely. It was super emo. However, Natalie and I like to lean on the darker humor side of things so badly. I wanted a cop to come up and be like, lady, what are you doing? You can't,
you have
like,
permit?
do you have permit for that? Like, and arrest her? Like, obviously, like, oh, sweet moment, but that shit, That would have been the gold. Like that, I would have been like, oh, I'm in on Housewives forever.
Yeah.
If they let that, if somebody just came up and literally arrested Heather Dubrow for pouring her father's ashes into the river, that would have made my day.
I just want the show to understand that like what they have in Heather, and I really want so much of this cast recast, and they all need to be in the caliber of this woman. Like
That's right. That's
she's
exactly
it.
right.
She's making everyone else like, and everyone else sucks as it is. She doesn't need to show me that they suck, but like.
But I'm
You're getting her dirty. Like that's how I feel when she's hobnobbing around with these morons.
I'm starting to wonder, and I grew up there, I'm starting to wonder if Orange County has that caliber of woman. No offense, Orange County, but also a little bit of offense.
Yeah, I
You know, like
it's
what
just getting
that caliber
trashier
of
and
women
trashier.
doesn't. I don't know. That's not
there's
an
just no
Orange County
culture.
chick.
It's just there's no culture. It's all
Yeah.
very like this is the hair, these are the sequins, these are the
It's
shoes.
like a monolith.
This
It's
is the
just-
gate.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Behind the gates.
But like now gates are like, like I grew up in gated community. Like there's like
Wait, what's Gina's company, the Gated Group? Is that like a
It's her
wannabe
real
fancy
estate.
place?
No. She's a real estate agent, and that's
Oh,
her
got
and
it, got
Travis.
it.
All right. So the next
Are we done?
no, the next scene is kind of a cute dinner where they go out to dinner. It's when Shannon brings up the thing about, hey, like were you guys talking smack about me? Again, this is where another example of Emily getting super aggressive.
that Tamra yell, that like, shut up.
Yeah.
Like it's like, lady,
Yeah.
calm down. Take some drugs. Like I'm
I
sure.
think that's a roid.
Ask Heather.
That's the roids talking.
Yes. Yeah.
That's a Ramona Singer callback from St. Bart's. Anyway, this was what I was talking about earlier in the episode, like where again I was just so proud of Shannon. She stayed in her lane. She didn't get out of pocket. She was just delivering the news as she heard it. She listened. She received. She critically thought about all the information she was getting back, and we move on. And it was great. And then she gets up and the tag from her skirt is still on and it's dangling out the back of her skirt. And it just gave me a giggle because I really believe how you do one thing is how you do anything, is how you do everything. And
Yeah.
she's just consistent. And
But
I appreciate
every
that.
single scene, she had something like that where it's like,
Yeah.
is
Also,
this
when you were
real?
talking about like her change this year, I was thinking about the DUI thing, and I've never had a DUI, but I've also never been a big drinker. So I think that I would imagine getting a DUI by yourself. It's not long before you kind of forget that happened, right? Getting a DUI with your friends, probably the same. Maybe they give you shit about it once in a while, but you can quickly kind of fade that out of your memory. Getting a DUI where you crash into something by yourself or with your friends, that's going to suck and sting for a bit. But again, that will fade probably pretty quickly. Getting in a DUI, crashing into a thing with a child, or even worse, your fucking dog. But having to then tomorrow morning, you have to wake up and look at your kid or your dog. And the next day you got to wake up and look. So like, you're never going to forget that night that you crashed into a thing with your kid or your dog. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so it's never gonna, you're never gonna,
And it was
and
all
you
over
probably
the tabloids.
yeah, well, that too. But like, but you probably, maybe you shouldn't, but like the memory isn't going to fade as quickly as something that, you know what I mean? By yourself. Like she's reminded every morning at 6 o'clock when it's time to go take the dog out for a poop and feed the dog. She's reminded 3 or 4 times a day at least that this happened. So like to have that moment sit with you all the time has got to do something to somebody. Do you know what I mean?
God, yeah.
Like I feel like her whole season not knowing anything has just been very introspective and like on the sidelines and not freaking out and not like when you were describing all that just made me think like, oh, I wonder. I know for me seeing Foof every day after I fucking crashed my car being all wasted, I would be like, I'm so sorry.
I'm not saying this to be corny. Like it really has been a journey for her because last season was the first season post DUI, and Alexis was on the show, and Alexis is dating her ex, and she was still really struggling through last season with a lot of the same notes that she had in seasons prior with the victim and the, just kind of getting really wound up and going from 0 to 60 in the blink of an eye. And I don't know if it's been time. I don't know if she was in therapy all last year and now it's like, just because you're in therapy doesn't mean things change right away. So I don't know if this is the culmination of a year's worth of therapy.
Yeah.
But whatever it is, it's working for her. It looks good on her and I'm here for it.
Yeah.
The next day, Gina, Tamra, Jen, and Shannon go bike riding.
Yeah, with Shannon on that bike with the GoPro camera. I am so much more impressed that she wobbled as much as she did and never fell, as opposed to someone who just didn't wobble at all and never fell.
It's because it was not real. It is fake ass wobbles.
I don't think so.
Bro,
Shannon's?
yes.
Even when the regular camera would be on them, she the whole
She was
time
doing that. Those were. Oh no!
Oh wait,
look
so
at me!
was this like another like the boat where she crashed into?
Yes.
Well, then you
dude.
know what? I love that Shannon is down. Just like I said that for that
She
incident.
needs to get nominated for a Golden Globe.
Yeah, I think
Best
that
comedic performance.
I don't
she's
think
totally
so, though.
comfortable in her
That's
own
the
skin,
thing.
and she's down to play ball. And like,
Yeah.
that's what. Like,
She's
sure,
not
you
good
can
at
want
playing
something
ball.
else, but how much money does she have? Is she rich still?
And listen, she
so
gets a good
dumb, dude.
alimony payment, but I
Yeah.
don't know what she got in the divorce.
Yeah.
But the only interesting part of this to me was when they were talking to Jen and they were like, look, it was so great that you did this post and it was just you and doing like a hotel workout, which honestly is I'm sure there's a million people doing that, but I was like, oh, that's such a good idea. Like bring some fucking tension bands when you're on
Yeah.
the road if you want to keep your abs looking like Jen's abs.
Yeah.
I just want singular ab.
Yeah.
I have a firm belief I was born without them. It doesn't matter what I do. I can never see.
Yeah.
Anyway, doesn't matter. Point being is then Jen got into talking about how, I do worry that like if I start to look different or whatever it is, like is Ryan still going to love me? And I just thought, again, this is why I really took to Jen this season.
Yeah.
Because clearly Ryan's obsessed with how she looks physically. And that's great that he is so into her. You just
Yeah.
want to make sure like you're going to be into all of the stages of
Yeah.
who I am as a human because
Yeah.
you age. That is if you are lucky enough to stay alive, you age, period.
Yeah. I thought it was such a dick move for, of course, Tamra. Like if a woman is opening up to you and being vulnerable and telling you about these insecurities that she has about the person that she is about to get married to because of physical attributes and being able to keep those. If you are a true friend, you don't go, yeah, because he was a huge playboy for so long. Like, first of all, while we're here, he was, but he would not play with you, which I love. Like that's why they're not really friends, I think. I think ever since they both were at that gym and Jen and Tamra were together and Tamra says, should I cheat on my husband with it? Like whether she's joking or not. And he never pursued her. He pursued Jen. I think that Tamra, those are the kinds of things that stick with Tamra and just make her like fire inside.
He's on the hottest housewife in Orange County.
Yeah.
Another nothing burger of a scene is when Gretchen and Heather and Emily go shopping, go to make a waffle. I don't care about literally anything that happened.
No, there was so much filler in this. Again, if this was on the Travel Channel, I could be into it. Yeah, but
So true. If that was a 42-minute show on the Travel Channel where
Yeah.
these ladies just go Anthony Bourdain around Amsterdam,
Yeah.
I'd be like,
Like,
this is
lovely.
fucking great.
yeah, because I'm going on this trip and I'm writing down all these places that I want to go here and do this and whatever. Like that was that brought value to travelers of the future.
Correct. I did think it was funny though when they're ending the waffle scene and Heather's like, so what a great day. This has been so great. Let's go to dinner, end on a high note. I'm like, why'd you say it? You've been doing this show long
Yeah.
enough to know that that's the death rattle,
Yeah.
Heather.
Also, I loved Heather's outfit. She
Well,
looks
me
so
too.
cute. Yeah, she
The
makes me
little-
want to go get tights and get a plaid mini.
Love.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I have a skirt like that from college
Cool.
that
Oh, I thought you meant our uniforms
Oh,
because
yes.
I did have that skirt as my uniform.
I did, but mine was like, it had to be to your
Wrap
knee.
this up.
yeah, and then you roll the top up.
Oh,
Come on.
Sister Ellen would give you a.
You watch the sisters and see when they're coming.
I also went-
you've been there for a long enough time to know like when you can it up and when you need to pull it back down.
But I also went to school with all girls, so I didn't
Oh,
care.
that's right. That's right.
It didn't matter.
Yeah.
I just wanted to untuck that fucking uncomfortable polyester shirt
Button up?
button down. Oh,
Yeah.
the worst. Okay, so now we get to it. They're at dinner. Gina wastes no time. She brings this up. I have to say, I am wildly impressed by how calm Heather stayed. I mean, you could tell she was seeing red, but like, I think I would have killed someone. Like, I just think my head would have exploded. And she just, what?
I don't know. Go ahead.
No, go.
It's just this whole scene is fake. The whole thing, the editing was so shitty because they couldn't help but going back to the interviews where everybody was cool with it, and then cut to the table where everyone's losing their mind, and then cut to Gretchen being like, I don't even know what account that is, and then cut to someone freaking out, and then cut to that same person in an interview being like, I just don't think that's Gretchen. She's never been, and then cut to fucking somebody else like, and then cut to Tamra being like, well, I didn't bring it up because it was so awful, and then Gina being like, oh, fuck, you stupid bitch. You made me, like, it was the biggest fucking clusterfuck of a bullshit edit scene I've ever seen in my life.
But
it was horrible. And then to cap it with, just kidding, here's some extra footage. Psych. It's actually Tamra. I've been fucking doing this the whole time. Like,
But I didn't
fuck
think
all
that
of you.
those
Not you guys watching. Fuck Bravo and the Real Housewives of Orange County.
But I didn't think that those two things were completely connected. Gretchen follows these accounts. So for her to say, like, I don't know what that post is, that's fine, but you follow this account. So if I follow...
So you don't believe that Gretchen did the whatever analysis and Tamra made all this shit up?
Did what analysis?
Did you watch the trailer for the promo? Did you watch the promo for the first episode of the reunion?
No.
She says that she
This might be fake.
paid thousands of dollars for
It's
a
probably
forensic.
fake. Like Tamra probably made all this shit up and created all this stuff and fake liked all this stuff, showed it to everybody, it's probably fake. Like, there's a good chance it's not real. So
Okay,
for
let me
for
ask-
Gretchen to
Yeah.
then be like, I don't know what it is and I'm not sure. And how could you think all of that? And Heather and all these people who know Gretchen, like, you would know she's just not into like LGBT or you are unsure. I don't think you're unsure. You fucking know. She had a drag queen. Like, this isn't a secret. I'm thinking fine with the LGBTQ plus community, right? So your friends who they know that too.
Yeah.
They also know that Tamara's a psycho. So what are we doing here? What are we doing here?
But then why are
fucking
none
Charles
of them
Manson just walked into the room, killed a bunch of people, and before they're dying, we're mad at them and no, like, this doesn't make any fucking sense.
But then none of it makes sense.
Right.
Yeah.
Because she acted the exact same way that she did when they were in whatever other trip they took earlier in the season. And they were like, naked wasted. You went to the hospital. And she was just like, wait, what? I don't
Listen,
know what you're
I'm
talking
with
about.
you. I think she's a little dumb. This one, she's not good on her feet, clearly.
Yeah.
So like, that's a thing.
But she's not, like, in years past, when she would go after Vicky for
So you
the
think Gretchen, this is real. You think Gretchen liked and is like anti-gay and anti-LGBTQ plus and is in there just fucking banging away?
I don't know. I don't know.
We
I
went
wish you would
really
have
hard
seen the
on her
promo. If
last
you'd have
week.
seen the promo, you would. I don't think maybe you wouldn't, but you'd have a better idea.
If someone accused me of liking something that was slanderous to the LGBTQ plus community, I would fucking lose it.
Right. But what if you already possibly knew that was coming down the pipeline? So like,
I would be like, I want to address something. I heard someone at this table has bullshit receipts about me.
Yeah.
And I'm telling all of you, you know me, you know who I am. Not only did I never do this, I would never do this. I ride so hard for this community. And the fact that you would even put my name in the same sentence with that shit makes me think you are the most evil person on the fucking planet. This community doesn't need another problem.
Here's
And
the thing, though.
You're using this as a storyline for the show that we're filming, and
No,
you can go
that's-
fuck yourself.
No, that's what I would
That's
say.
Here's the
That's
thing,
what
though.
I want to
Here's-
say
She
to
said nothing.
Tamra.
No,
I want
she
to tell
didn't say
Tamra that you have weaponized trans and homophobic hatred for your own self-gain. You are done here, ma'am. Can someone show this cunt the door? Like this is a next level for Tamra to have. If this is all goes back to Tamra, she needs to be shown the door.
But can I just ask two things really quick?
100% fireball offense.
1,000%. Beyond. And if she did this is horrible. And this is what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't believe either one of them. And here's why. So if you do some research on the Jeff Gretchen thing, right? It's been a rumor for a while. And again, this is just a rumor that she was kind of like a hospice girlfriend situation there, right? And she always talks about this guy that like was just a family friend, but then she had to get a restraining order against him and she won the restraining order. Well, no, you didn't win the case. He didn't show up for the case. So it's like nothing was proven when you guys went to court. It was like forfeited essentially because he didn't show up. This is what the court documents say.
Right, but wouldn't you not show up if like you didn't have a case?
Maybe you knew.
Tell you what I'd do if I did have a case.
I'd show up.
I'd show up.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, there's lots of weird things in this on the other side of things. I'm just laying out all the facts, right?
Yeah.
Also, she has been doing this weird dance with Slaine Slannery and the kid, and we talked about the finances and all of that.
Yeah.
There's just enough mystery shrouded is shrouded around Gretchen that I've never thought she was like some evil, bad person, but it's like everything, the math doesn't always math with her. It just doesn't. That doesn't mean that she did this. It does not mean that she did this. But then you go to Tamra's side of things, and Tamra's always stirring the pot. There is no bottom to her bottom with what she will come out and say. She has been right on certain things. She did also say, I got this headline from iHeart.
Right.
So would iHeart then say, no, we didn't send this? Like if Tamra
But a year ago,
She got a what from iHeart?
She said that iHeart
What headline?
sent the headline.
No. What headline?
That Gretchen liked these
So
posts.
there's a full-blown headline, which means there's an article,
Which
means
means they
there's
all
a post.
know about
so
it.
like, what
This
are we
was not
doing
new.
here?
This whole thing
a
is fake.
headline? A fucking headline?
Then she lied about iHeart.
Everyone's lying.
everyone
That's
there.
the thing.
Like, that's why I
It's
don't-
all bullshit.
That's why I don't even think Heather's being truthful. Like,
But Heather would. Then if that's the case, then the show needs
Here's
to
the
be
thing
canceled.
too.
And everyone
But
needs
It
to.
really does.
Listen,
It
but
really does.
Yes. But in the
would
in the
never do
same
that.
by your same point of like, if somebody accused you of like, oh,
Yes.
Courtney, you'd lose your shit.
I would lose my shit.
Well, so would your friend who's like, does Heather have trans
with
kids
4
or
kids that are all.
Yes,
all-
like-
4 kids, 3 of them are in the LGBTQ+.
she would have fucking Teresa Jagucci's fucking table flipped. Like, it's on, right? That didn't happen. It didn't
Because
happen.
she-
So like, it's all just, oh, you clutch your papa. Oh, I'm in the, it's
First
bullshit.
of all, we've
It's all
never
fucking
seen Heather
bullshit.
do a table flip thing, so I don't know if that's how
I
she
don't mean
fights.
literally. I'm
No,
just
I'm
saying she didn't.
In the vein of that.
She didn't really raise her voice at times. She didn't react the same way that Gretchen should have reacted if it was true.
But Gretchen reacted
Nobody
the same way as
reacted,
when she was in
but
wherever the fuck
nobody
they were.
reacted properly to this
because
storyline.
there also wasn't
And
someone
they all
saying.
doing their interviews. However, a month or so later, we're fine with it. Everyone was cool. They were cool the next fucking morning.
But then
They
why
were
are
all
none of
like,
them following Gretchen? Why have none of them made
They're
up? and
not?
because
I thought we said a million years ago.
I thought that
everyone
they
stopped-
weren't either, but they are all are now.
I thought everyone got off of
They-
were
like
off
that-
of Katie, and then
and
they went
that's
back
why-
to Katie, and now
Who's
they're
the
all.
That's
co-
why
who's
it
the
looks
story
to me-
producer
it
on
looks
this show?
to-
Because Jennifer Swartz
It
and
looks to me like they
Smith
all have a
told them,
calendar now of when they're
now-
allowed to comment on something. Today is the day that we all go back and follow Katie. Today is the day that we all unfollow
That
so and
seems
so.
I mean, I'm not saying that it's not true.
No.
That just seems
Seems
insane.
like
Then
a
what
sweet
are we even
production.
talking about?
That, and that is the problem with the Housewives. That is the fucking problem with the Housewives, because there's not you need a group of men and women for like this whole thing. I feel like a fucking idiot for covering. McFix, I told you to circle back. I'm so sorry because and you know what? And then there's a part of me that's like, okay, well, you're all showing up to work. Okay, well, the producers are actually getting together in a fucking room and putting a storyboard together and like. And there were no leaks on any of this, which makes me even more like, I'm like, I woke up impressed. I watched it last night. Mike came in here and I was like, my jaw was on the floor. I'm like, oh my God. like plot twist. Also, not a plot twist because we all would see Tamra as being the one that would come up with all this shit, and but like almost like too easy. But we didn't hear about any of this, but we hear about everything. There are leaks everywhere all the time. They're probably all purposeful. Now in retrospect, after watching this, it all just feels very much like, how did no one has talked about any of this about Tamra going down. Tamra hasn't acted like, oh, you're going to see some stuff, like nothing. It just, it really feels like they scripted this entire, like ever since Katie left, they're probably like, if we're going to kick Katie off, you guys got to go to work then. It's too much. It's too many things.
I just can't believe that Heather, being who she is and the mother of the children that she is the mother of, that she would ever be okay with that storyline. I just can't believe it. I refuse to believe that she was in on this.
But what if it's not that she knew it was a fake story, but she knew about it happening? Like she knew that was going to be something that came out and had probably already like someone had already, like Gretchen had already talked to her about it, or I don't know. There's just there's too many weird things
that makes me believe Heather would. You could say maybe the rest of them all knew, but I still don't believe that because nobody can keep a secret. So Shannon would have said something to Heather because it involves her
Clearly,
kids.
they can keep a secret because this is Natalie's point.
No, I'm saying if all of them knew but Heather, I don't think Shannon would have not said something to Heather for Heather to have a gotcha moment about her children. I don't believe that that's the case.
See, I wouldn't find Heather to be a horrible person if she did do this, because I would just find her almost like how the whole show is like conflict resolution, whatever. That's like what the term is that everyone's talking about now. Everyone's calling it that ever since Tamra called it that on Nick Viall. Even Terry Dubrow said it in that Crooked interview.
Yeah.
And I heard him on another interview with Harry Jowsey, Find Harry a Lady, or I don't know, whatever his podcast is. I don't know. Harry Wants Love. Terry's fucking funny, man. Like,
yeah, everybody says that. They remember on the episode where they were making fun of Heather and they're like, she's not funny, but you know who is? Terry.
Yeah. I love this guy.
I love Terry.
I don't know. Maybe this is why Heather leaves the show. Maybe this is why, there's just so many weird things about all of this. I don't buy that nobody ever knew about this headline. If it really came from iHeart, what? I don't know, because I can't tell. Like Gretchen, when she got really upset and was yelling and screaming, like why would you know me? Like that felt real. But then the entire time at dinner, and I don't know if she's on Xanax. I don't know if she just has. I mean, I've been making fun of her all year for only being able to move her jaw. You know, like she's completely. I've never seen someone so frozen. We joke about frozen all the time, which makes it. We've taken away from the word of its true meaning, because that is a frozen
We've
bitch.
diluted the meaning.
Yeah. So for her, I don't know if she. I can't understand her reaction to really anything. Another thing is that when she says like, "Oh, I like things and I'm not always looking at it," that can sound very like bullshit. But I know people that literally set time aside, 30 minutes to an hour a day, and they just go through and like. Because when you have a big account, all those likes usually garner a shit ton of follows back. It's like, it's a very common way to build an account. Now, I don't have a bunch of trans hate coming up on my timeline. So if she's got a bunch of trans stuff trans hate coming up on hers, that seems problematic.
And it was an account that she followed. So
right, but like that's another thing that you do. You go and you follow 100 accounts, and then you unfollow them the next day. But a lot of those people will follow you back during that time because you're a celebrity. Oh my gosh, you'll keep it on there for a month or however long.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying that, like, I'm giving her a lot of leeway, and I know that, and because I kind of feel like the show is using the fact that like she is a known Trump supporter.
She is.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It even was on the episode where she's like unboxing like some hats and some Trump. Like, you didn't see that part?
No. This episode, yeah. I had to watch it very, very quickly because it was a crazy day. But no, I
but
missed
like
it.
she's like, I mean, and also when they talk about Orange County being all that way, and like why Heather shouldn't be on the show because she's not that way. So I feel like the show is taking the audience for a bunch of idiots and just assuming that every Trump voter is a person that would also be inclined to be super transphobic, whatever. I'm not saying that there's not a group that is not that way, but like for someone who has worked in entertainment as long as she has, I'm sure she has a gaggle of gays surrounding her for wardrobe and for hair and for makeup and for everything. Like,
Yeah, but it's that, love the sinner, hate the sin.
Yes,
thing.
but
And
I
she's
don't
gotten
think that-
way more religious as she's.
religious, but I think that she's a buffet Christian. I don't think that, like, which honestly I used to talk shit on, and now I'm like, no, that is, take what you like, throw out the trash. Like I really am, I'm on board with that. So I am inclined to believe that Gretchen was not out there liking posts that say that she believes that gays are a gateway to pedophilia. Like I don't think she's that.
And where I stand on it is I have no idea. I don't know if she did it. I don't know if Tamra doctored this stuff. I'm right down the middle because both, I think it's what I've said for so many episodes now. They are so similar, these two. And I just feel like I don't know who to believe because they both have knocks against them and they're both so filled with hate for one another that I just don't know where I stand on it. I don't.
And I gotta say, like, I know that there is similarities in the way that they are both holding on to the past, but I'm not on board to say that these two women are super alike. I think it maybe give Gretchen 20 years and she turns into the hateful bitch that Tamra's become, but I do not think that Gretchen's there. I don't think I don't buy it.
No, not that she's a hateful bitch. I just mean like neither one of them can let it go.
But Gretchen can though. Like if you really gave her a show of good faith, I think that she would. But Tamra's never given her a single reason to believe that she's not going to come up with another, oh, I just got it from work. I don't know. You held on to something for a year for this moment? Like...
I don't know because I just feel like they're constantly just batting it back and forth. It's like a hot potato that they just keep throwing to each other.
Have you ever seen Tamra go, yeah, I do that. I maybe I need to look at that. I haven't ever really like.
Yes, but she never sticks with it ever. And then, and this is
like
what I'm
that
saying.
open to it, like that sweetly open and calm and being like, and like kind of upset about it, being like, I didn't realize I did that. Like Tamra?
No, never sweet, but like over the course of watching the show, she will say like, I was really like, I shouldn't have said that thing about the FBI or
right. But like that's because she's gonna get sued.
Right, but I was just saying, she says it. She says she doesn't stick with it.
But not in a Gretchen way. That's why like I think that everybody would benefit just like not lumping her in with Tamra so easily. Like they are not the same person. They are fighting over the same fights that they've had from the beginning. Aside from that, I don't know what these two women really have in common.
I just think that they're both stuck on a loop.
Yeah.
And I think
with each other.
Yes, with each other.
Tamra does that with everyone. Does Gretchen do that with? But I don't know anyone else that Gretchen hangs out with and whatever.
Same.
I just don't want to lump her in so easily.
I think again, the sticking point that I've had with Gretchen this season is I just would like her to be more transparent with things. Everything, and this is from someone who can't answer a question in less than 25 sentences, and it's a yes or no. But like. I need a direct path to, even if you're shutting something down, to say, no, I'm not talking about this. I just find historically with her, it's a lot of explanations that lead to nowhere. And so it's why I can't fully go in and back her because I don't know what I'm backing
her. I'm just not throwing her in a hell burning fire with a bitch that should live there. You know?
Yes. And they are different. I guess I just mean like, I don't know. In this situation, I don't know who to believe because I never feel like I get a complete straight answer from Gretchen and Tamra is hellfire and brimstone all the time.
Yeah.
And so it's just like, I don't know. And I don't even like just get them both off the show.
No, I'm with you on that for sure. But I think also I'm probably, because I think that because now I am so skeptical of everything that happened in that last scene that now seeing the scene after that, like if I'm going to take it at its word, all the women in their interviews are basically it seems to be saying like, fuck Tamra. Like they don't say that outright, but they're saying the situation, the thing that they're finding out, how dare you ruin someone like this? That is fucked up. I am not your minion. I am not like all of them had separate interviews to say something like this about Tamra. So it seemed, unless they are all still acting, then it seems like they all think that they believe that Tamra did this. Jen called her the most dangerous person in like the circle, when they, oh my God, Minnie, what is she even?
The bedroom door's closed. She needs to do her inspections, and no one's letting her in, and that is not approved by any type of union or inspection body.
Yeah, why you shut her out of her job?
Yeah. This is,
I like it when she just sits here. I don't want her to go just
You
pass
know what?
out.
She's not. She's the boss of herself.
I know. I don't know.
Yes, and how about this? I didn't, and this is my bad. I didn't think that at the time, I didn't think that these liked posts were made up. So I just thought she's feeding information to bloggers about like what's going on with the show. And that's fucked up and you shouldn't be doing that. But I didn't loop in that she made this whole story up about Gretchen. And that's what Jen was talking about in her interview.
Oh, I don't even know. I can't even remember exactly what there were. There was it was just such a pile on Tamra at the end. Like I don't know what anyone was being super specific about, but like it seemed like it all went back to her talking to bloggers the entire time, just as she had gotten Katie kicked out for doing exactly that. So what has she been this entire season of her pressing on with all of these things, and then also for them to go back and try to find those posts and they're not there anymore.
But wait, hold on. Tamra wasn't responsible for Katie getting kicked off?
But didn't she bring up the whole thing about the meeting with bloggers and telling the story?
Didn't Tamra bring it up?
Tamra brought it up to Gretchen and said, Katie's telling this story or whatever with Kiki Monique
she was like, did
or
you
whatever.
go to the hospital? Because Katie said you went to the hospital. So blogger or no blogger, she would have brought it up because she wanted to know if she went to the hospital after Naked Wasted.
Yeah, there's so much shit.
That's the thing. It's like, who fucking knows?
Yeah, and that's why I will not watch this show anymore if Tamra stays on it. I'm out on this
Hear
show.
that, Bravo?
And like I'm one person. I got a feeling there's a lot of me's out there though that are just like, you're making us look fucking stupid. Like this is just, I'm embarrassed that I spent this much time watching this show.
try to tell you.
Well, now we're at the end.
Well, we had
where that
nothing else.
leak-
Bravo needs more shows.
I would have juggled for 3 hours every Thursday. People would have loved that.
Juggle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wait, can we just talk though? Do we have anything else to say about the leak when the girls sit and watch all that?
I don't think so, because we're going to be talking about this dumb shit for the next 3 weeks.
Yeah, we
So here's another thing though, and it basically is going to flip my entire thing that I just said on its ass because I got to just address it. I don't know. The very last thing was about Tamra basically leaking the entire season to bloggers and has been talking and telling everybody what she was doing and how she was setting people up and whatever. Like it sounded like the person that was on the phone with them was like using like a voice distortion app. Like, I don't know. And all they were doing is going by like, oh, March 18th, Tamra and Heather have lunch in Costa Mesa. March 20th, Katie's last film date. April 10th, Katie and Tamra meet up. Anybody on the cast can know this. Any of the husbands, Slade, Smiley, can know this. And then they do have that one scene where Tamra goes, I just feel like now Slade's just is like working up a plan of revenge for me. Setting up that, because then we get to the thing and it's the guy, we don't know who this person is on the phone, and there was just some ways that he said things were like, it just made me roll my eyes like this is a horrible acting job. And it sounded like it could have been Slade, because they said when he says, oh, I know that she fake quits after the New Orleans trip. Well, that's a dig on Tamra. Think of this as like, if you're talking to like a journalist, blogger, whatever, like if as serious as a journalist of the reality Housewives can be, you know, you're reading off your list of your timelines, your things. You're not, so that's just a dig at Tamra. He hates Tamra. The next one was, I think it was something to do with Gretchen allegedly telling Katie something. He says it in like a question, like he's not totally sure about Gretchen, and then allegedly doubling down that it's alleged. She didn't really do it. The next one is she got into an altercation with Gretchen and I guess Slade. Like, you know, when you're trying to act like you don't know or you're kind of confused about something, you're like,
Well,
I guess.
I think I saw that thing over there. Was it on the counter? That thing that?
Yeah.
Oh, can I borrow it?
Yeah,
I didn't even know you had it.
And he only does that about himself. If this is Slade, who I feel like it could be, he only does it when the names Gretchen or Slade come up. So it's just like he's really going the extra mile to throw you off the scent. It was just so produced and so like I don't know.
The other thing that didn't fully make sense to it, and I get it, I'm the Magic Beans idiot of the crew. Like, what does that get Tamra? What does that buy her at the candy store that she leaked these things? I don't understand the benefit of that.
I have no idea. I think the whole thing feels like, for whatever reason, they had, like, it could have been real up until they all wanted to not film with Katie anymore. And then they all got in a room and tried to just produce the shit out of the rest of the season. If you guys are going to make the rules on who the cast is, then you need to fall in line with because that was that was a big story pusher or whatever, you know, and like, we don't have that. So now you guys got to all fucking show up. Are you in? Are you out? Okay, we're in. And it just seems like everybody went too hard with too many things, and like they overdid it. They overdid the overcompensated for having nothing to work with or something. That's like all I can come up with, because it's too much of a shit show scramble,
And it doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't make sense.
You leaked all of this
for what? Yeah. April 20th, Tamra tells friend that her and Gina were plotting to take down Gretchen. That was the one I forgot because I have it out of order. Plotting to take down Gretchen. Like, that's Slade. This is Slade talking.
The only other, if you're looking at it from like a devil's advocate point of view, is it a journalist who got burned by Tamra, and that's why they're talking about Tamra in this manner. But also, like,
Is it Katie and Matt getting revenge?
I still need to know why Tamra would do this. It makes no sense to be like, yeah, we had lunch. Heather and I had lunch here. Nobody cares.
And
that's not a big hot story.
The only other part of the story that I don't think we know yet, that's like buzzing around right now, is that somebody else was at that lunch with Kiki and Katie that can say what happened. Someone else was there with them, and they seem to be insinuating that it was a housewife, and I got the feeling that it might have been Shannon. But I don't.
But here's the thing.
I don't even know. Like, why did you like? Why didn't you say?
It doesn't even matter.
No.
We know that you were at the fucking lunch, and you guys talked about the naked wasted thing.
Yeah.
That's all I need. Like, it doesn't matter who was there, who brought it up. Like, I don't even care at this point. And by the way, I don't even care before I heard about it, because I want new storylines.
No, so do I. And how dumb is it and weird and just like nonsensical, like everything else, that they're not going to have Slade at the reunion. He wasn't invited. Ryan wasn't invited. The only guy that is there is Katie Janela's husband. What's his name?
Matt
Janela. Yeah. Listen, I don't want Slade anywhere, but you shoved him down our throats this whole season and made him a big part of this whole thing. Put him on the fucking couch, or get him a stool. Get him a hubby stool, you know, whatever they throw the husbands on. I'm at a loss. They've scrambled my whole brain.
Really scrambled mine.
This is from the Queen of Sheba. That's not her handle, but that's her name. The cameraman was high. Smoke weed every day. Truth. Not
for peace.
Calm down. I'm just saying that was truth. Hashtag that was truth. There's a shout out to Low Red. I hope you're doing all right, and I hope the dogs are doing okay. Tough week for Low Red out there.
I know.
And the pups. This is Marty Hands. When I see them glammed up like Gina and Emily in bed, which was completely not their norm, I immediately assume it's a retake of something real that they did, and producers wanted something else added, changed, or dressed differently, so they are pre-glammed and reenacting something for the show. I didn't even think about that, but that's a good point.
Yeah.
Morticia she's with me. I think somebody else too. Like, what's wrong with not liking each other? Nothing. It's fine. You don't have to like
In
everybody.
fact, it makes a better show. It really does. It's
makes
just like,
a
no,
better-
I don't fuck with you.
a better
and then
world.
we see what happens from there.
Mia Taylor, I love how Jen low-key really wants to be Gina's best friend. She's honestly only real around her. She's so fake in front of the rest of the group. Jen, you were laughing at this bridal brunch. Just admit it. And yeah, Jen just... What did you say the other week? It was a good one. You have
She's
your
wearing
wish...
her wishbone where her backbone
Yeah, I really like that one. And it's so true.
So true.
Tiny Panther, I heard that Katie wanted to go on the trip and production told her no to Amsterdam. Sorry, Candy.
Oh, she wanted to go to Amsterdam too? I knew she
think
wanted to
that's
go to Temecula, but I didn't know she wanted to go to Amsterdam.
I'm sure she wanted to go on all the
Oh,
trips.
yeah,
She's a cast
that's
member.
true.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean-
that's true.
Valid point.
Was.
Nicheless Boomer, wow, the black cat, Foof, is positively a majestic. He is unless he's being a dick, which
He's
he
gorgeous.
is. And then Reness said, black cats rule. So sad that they are often the last ones to be adopted and the first ones to be euthanized, apparently due to superstition and people believing they do not photograph well, which is just not
They don't
true.
photograph well.
A light background.
black? I
'cause
mean, it
a light-
photographs the best, actually.
Yeah. And black cats are good luck.
Oh, yeah, and they're just cool because they're
Yeah.
weird. So,
They're house panthers.
yeah.
Sorry.
Are you guys good?
Well, no, we love black cats.
Oh, do you love Ronessa's comment?
Yeah, because she loves black cats. She has a black cat.
A light background fixes that superficial problem. Once you have been blessed with one stunning little mini panther, you will always want more. Love
Well-
my girl Pepper. She turned 13 last week. Oh, happy birthday, Pepper.
Happy birthday, Peps. You got a
Fifth
girlfriend.
is only 9,
That's
8 or
all.
9. I think he's 8 or 9. How old is Fifth?
8 or
Fifth's
9.
birthday's 420. Okay.
Smoke weed every day.
Shannon Fall with the greatest question of the week. But why is the fake horse anatomically correct? Valid question. I think it's because Europe and that's how they do stuff out there. Also, Shannon Fall, it's Heather's fuzzy muffs over the cock hat for me. We didn't talk about her. She had fucking
Yeah.
like those ski muffs on in the
I
middle of
know.
summer in Amsterdam. That shit was funny. So I just want to shout out to Harris because I never liked pinkberry because I need a berry type of frozen yogurt. It has to be a strawberry, raspberry, mixed berry. I don't do chocolate, vanilla. Bleh. I need a berry every time or I'm not doing it.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Who
right?
does a bleh after chocolate and vanilla? The
Bleh.
most like
Yeah,
popular
best,
flavors.
yeah.
Not ice cream and froyo? No. It's disgust.
Froyo.
Boring.
Well, I
Boring.
like tart, and it's not vanilla.
Also, disgust.
No, this
No,
is the
it's not.
best.
No.
Yeah.
But pinkberry order for Harris, pomegranate with strawberries, and mochi. I don't know how people eat mochi.
Oh, I love mochi.
You're not a kid. You're too old for mochi. It came around after you. I mean, it was around, but it became a thing, I think, after you.
We tried it. It's so gross.
Because you're not like a boba drinker.
Wait, didn't
either.
we do it in Palm Springs once? It's so disgusting.
I don't remember. I love mochi, so I
Blech.
would have never said that.
And Fruity Pebbles. It's a good order.
And chocolate chips. Weren't there chocolate chips then?
No, that's my order.
Oh.
We call Minnie Tootie Pebbles.
We do call her Titty Pebbles. Divinely Guided 936. Now deep diving the G conspiracy from Texas and never heard of it, but always thought there was something wrong with him, even in the 90s with those horrible shirts he made. He made a trend. Cringe. Remember those fucking Garth Brooks things?
Yes.
And people love
I
those
wish
shits.
I didn't.
I did. I kind of wish
I
I'd
don't
forgot, and I'm
Yeah.
pretty happy. And then
I don't know them, so I'm good. Don't tell me.
don't look them up.
I will not.
Love your show. First time commenter. Reminds me of my get togethers with friends who live far away. So our meetups are far in between. Love that you found us. Love that we have new friends. And we'll see you tomorrow, hopefully in the comments. Fishing gal. This is so funny. I laughed for a long time about this, and
Yeah.
I don't know why, because I'd never heard this. OMG, I kept looking at your yogurt cups and thought it said Spankberry. Maybe I
Different
partook.
channel, fishing gal.
In a
That's
bit
for
of space
our
cake?
OnlyFans.
Yeah, really. McFix, so smart. McFix is so smart.
Oh, you're reading McFix.
You want it? I'll leave it
Yeah.
for you, but you're smart, McFix. So I'll just leave it at that.
It's
Look who's territorial now.
McFix and I have a thing.
Well, I have my things too. So everyone can have their things. Call your things.
Yeah.
I
I
know.
called
everyone,
it. I called it.
Everyone needs to respect the things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeanette Allen was the other one that's on my side about everyone doesn't have to get along.
Yeah. That comment you just made was very Joey from everybody's got their things. Respect your things.
Keep your sandwiches over there. My sandwiches over here.
That's right.
Mia Taylor, I miss the not forced OC days. Is that a thing? Did that exist?
Yes, Mia, I'm with you, girl.
Listen, there's going to be a thing where like any show is susceptible to what has happened with the Housewives is susceptible to any show that was not a thing before it became one. Of course, you got the realest shit for the first 5 seasons, and then after that, it's just like a Love Island. How after season 6, everyone knew who gives a shit what happens here. I'm gonna get a bajillion followers, and
season 7
or season 7. Yeah.
But I also
no, season 7 was the shitty one. Season 6 was the good one.
Didn't we
I
just watch 8?
I don't know.
Whatever.
You all know.
But like,
I don't even need to say the number. You all know what
Everybody
good
knows.
season was.
But
yeah.
the perfect point to this, and it's funny because Southern Charm is like probably Summer House and Southern Charm are my 2 favorite shows. Southern Charm is coming back in a few weeks. I'm so fucking excited about it. But I'm also just remembering, like, well, we lit that show up.
No, we did
for
because
75% of it last year
Yeah.
for this same reason that everybody was slacking off. The storylines were
Yeah.
basic. None of them were real. Shep wasn't in love with this fucking chick from the Bahamas. I knew it from the jump. Back to comments. Jeanette Allen just looked it up, and the person who adopted Eddie was a man. So I know there was some speculation that they were like
yeah, you're not doing the accent.
aromantic. I don't do the accent. That's for you guys.
No, it's for
No,
all of
if
us.
you take our girl, then you got to do the accent.
Okay, I'll remember that. Last one, Jen O'Toole at Mike. I think it might be time for you to start keeping a party of fancy pants list for all of us needing Heather to become a real housewife of Orange County refugee and join Beverly Hills or her own spinoff. I'll be honest, Jen, I'm taking the spinoff. These housewives ladies are on my last nerve. So I'll take a Heather spinoff all day long.
I now am like, I want to see Heather and Shannon travel together.
That would be
Oh
fun.
my God, me
There's
too.
something would be great.
There's
about-
something cooking there.
Yeah.
Keep noodling on that. That's a good idea. Okay. Lori Mosinski said, Jen dropped Katie like a hot potato. And I don't know why, but anytime someone says that, it really makes me giggle. And she did, like a hot potato.
I feel like we're going to get a comment that says, that's racist.
I just, please don't take that from me. I love the hot potato
you never know
reference.
what mine
No,
you're gonna
don't.
fall
Hold
on these days.
Hot potatoes racist?
No,
No,
but I'm just
no,
saying,
no.
like when it comes to dealing with Katie, I've just noticed at least over on TikTok, you can't say a goddamn thing about Katie unless you're a Katie fan. You're a racist. It's a tough world out there these days.
Cubby said a quote unquote mushroom meltdown, as I referred to it, is a real thing. I know someone who ingested them, called me, and was a total mess. Then they hung up on me. Shortly after, the next time I saw them, they were FaceTiming me from the back of an ambulance. So startling. Shrooms are not always a great idea. XO meow. Had no idea that shrooms.
We had a whole conversation like where everyone was talking about all of their things on shrooms. And I'm not trying to be a prissy about what stays in, but if it's at the top, we're still so new that I don't want anybody that's just joining the show for the first time for it to take us 30 minutes to get into talking about the show. So I cut all of that out, but I will leave this part in. Everybody has a first 20 to 30 minutes on mushrooms where you're like, oh God, I'm going to die. Or like, I'm here for life. This is never going to go away. I have ruined my life. I live here now on the carpet. So that's what happened to that person, I think.
Yeah, sorry, Cubby.
Yeah.
That's what happened to your friendies.
But get through it, because then it's great.
C.S. Peterson said, FYI, Cinderella was Leslie Ann Warren. Shelley Duvall was olive oil from Popeye. You guys are the best with your deep dives. I hype every video. Thank you so much. Like and comment. Thank you. Thank you. We must support the independent creators who are actually giving thoughtful commentary. Keep doing you. We love you. Thank you so much for all of that. And I totally know who Shelley Duvall is because remember we were mixing her up with Shelley Long and I just loved that closed loop.
Totally. But I never was mixing her up with Shelley Long. We were talking about Shelley Long.
No, I know. But then I said, I don't know who Shelley Duvall is. And you said she was in Cinderella and she wasn't in Cinderella.
She did these things. There's a series of You know how there's a million versions of Cinderella?
Yes.
There is a version of, and God, I'm looking now to make sure that I'm not wrong, but I watched Shelley Duvall as a kid. And
Was it on like a very PBS-esque
yes.
type Cinderella?
Yes.
I remember loving it.
Loved.
Like I've wanted to go back and rewatch it as an adult.
As have I. And that's
Can you
why when
find
you
it?
say, I'm looking right
well,
now.
get to work.
Shelley Duvall.
Well, she's finding that. I'm going to read something from, y'all got to watch this. All right, here is my tinfoil tiara theory, which...
Sorry, go on, because I think I found it, and I think it just got it even better than I remember.
Well, spill the deets.
Cinderella, Shelley Duvall's fairy tale theater. Is that Matthew Broderick? Was he the prince? I think he was the prince. I totally forgot.
How do we get this?
Look who who Cinderella is. Hang on.
Oh my God.
It's the girl from Weeds.
I never watched Weeds.
Mary.
Oh my God, I loved her dress.
Mary Parker Louise.
How do we watch this together on mushrooms? Oh my God, I'm going to cry.
Yeah. So I think that we were all right.
Everybody's right. And
Yeah.
now you've given me back a memory that I forgot. And that's such good stuff.
Yeah.
I love our show. This is really
know.
great.
I know. I love the service we're providing to ourselves.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, y'all got to watch this. I loved how they said, all right, here's my tinfoil tiara theory. We have to get you a tinfoil tiara, not a hat, a tinfoil tiara.
Oh, I'll take it.
Yeah, so cute.
Yeah.
About what took the wind out of Gretchen's sails. She talked to Slade and found out that the cast had her disgusting tweets, and she knew she was cooked from that. Again, we talked about this earlier, but we don't know. It's all a mess.
Also, did I hear it right that it was from 2020?
Don't know.
Because if that's also the case, it's like, once again, pulling out shit from it's a new day. I'm not, if all that's true and she did like all those things purposefully and felt that way and whatever, she could also still say, I've learned so much.
I was wrong.
In 5 years.
I've learned.
All
we
of
want
it.
is for people to learn and to have a great comeback, you know, from, don't do it in the first place, but if you do, let's learn.
Yeah.
Okay. No one except Truth and Harris might care about this, but I love you guys, and so I wanted to say this. Harris said, Courtney, you're making me rethink my midi UGG decision. The long ones look so chic. Chicest wind chime I've ever seen. And then Truth said, I was thinking the exact same thing, and I want to let everyone know that I love a tall boot because these are normal length pants, and so I need full leg coverage, specifically in the winter. But what I more importantly wanted to say is I don't buy Uggs because I'm a vegetarian and I try to not buy like leather and stuff when I can help it. And there's a company called Pawj, P-A-W-J, Paw with a J, and they make shoes that look exactly like Uggs, but no animals were hurt in the process, and they're amazing, and go look at them. And they have great Black Friday sales. And they're also a small company based out of California, and they're really lovely people, the Pawj people. Anyway, we move on. McFix. Welp. Didn't watch the episode this week, and I'm honestly good until the reunion.
Oh, so she already figured it out. She didn't even need me to
I
come
was
on
saying.
and
I
be
was
like,
being
oh,
like,
okay.
dude, you're the smart one here.
Katie is needed. I'm sure Heather was as great as she always is, and I just want her to around a completely different group of ladies. We're with you. Unless, it's like, here's the caveat. We're with you unless the only good person we have is Heather, then Heather can't leave Orange County.
But I would also just rather the show go away and Heather just like find her pride and leave. Like I just
her pride's in Beverly Hills.
It is, and I don't know if Beverly Hills needs her, and that's my concern. But there's other things like you and Terry can figure out your own show to do. I would like to just see the Dubrows. A family with all of her queer kids and her husband who's hilarious and is a plastic surgeon and is buddies with the Maloofs and like. There's enough here, and hawking her real estate with the Altman and whatever his name is, the other Josh.
Josh and Josh.
Not a good one, Nat. You're onto something.
Yeah, like you don't need this franchise, Heather. Please, 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 know thy worth.
This franchise needs you.
That's right. But anyway, popping in with within the first 10 minutes just to say hi. Y'all have a glam team? Hair on both ladies is flawless. Thank you. She repeated it in all caps. Flawless.
Oh
Mike's cute gray shirt and hat combo. I've convinced myself I now need a Sony camera with autofocus and didn't know that that was a thing until 11 minutes ago because this show is clearly educational, like Reading Rainbow, which was another take a look. It's in a book, Reading Rainbow. I love that show. And I got my dopamine hit with the clear shots of both kitties. We love you, McFix.
I also feel like we should all know that I discovered McFix and forged a relationship with her first, and I'm happy to pass it on.
I think we discovered her in the same thread.
I don't think so. I think
You could go back and get the receipts if you really.
I think
you think you did?
No, I don't.
Found
But
McFix?
I don't. But I remember the first McFix comment that I remember was like her second or third comment, and she had like found us, made a comment like, "Oh, you guys are great." I think she was kind of going back and watching some stuff.
Yeah.
And I made the comment about fuck the Cowboys and blah blah. And
Yeah,
she was
and
like,
then you ruined it. and
yeah,
then
she was like,
almost
"Oh,
left.
not me." Going back and watching all your stuff to find.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
I did
that's right,
apologize.
That's
Sorry,
right.
but like, whatever.
That's all I got.
But
Going out
nice.
going out with my girl.
Oh, Harris just has great advice for really everyone. He names Courtney, but it's really for everyone. But I think that you're maybe already doing this. Courtney, I'm going to need you to follow up your truth comment with "for peace, for freedom." Thank you.
I followed up. Mike said truth earlier, and I leaned into the microphone. I said, for peace, for freedom.
Oh.
And when Mike said it last episode, I said it to myself because I didn't want to interrupt him. And I told Harris, I said it under my breath. I'm like,
Okay. All right.
No,
Well,
I think we would
am-
talk about like in real life. If somebody was like, "Oh, that's the truth," in my head, I'm
I
like,
say
"For
for
peace, for freedom."
for freedom.
Like, and I'll be like, "You guys, you didn't say that right."
Well, here's the thing. I don't say all of it. I just say for peace. And then I think that then you should have to say for freedom.
I say all of it because I'm a purist. I don't like to chop up what the author wrote.
Listen, we're a team. We have to split it. Speaking of, closing it out with truth for peace for freedom.
I'm gonna mix it up a little bit.
As long as it's followed up, I don't care what you do.
All right, I'm gonna start adding some new riffs.
Well, what's funny is that ours.
We also played the mic a little.
Yeah,
with
it
the
sounded like
singing.
you were. No, you're doing that with like how Sandoval uses that thing that he doesn't really know how to use.
Yeah.
You should just focus on learning the trumpet first before he tries to use his like little jerk off thing.
That's a
Focus on
muff-
learning how to sing if you want to be the
All
lead
of it,
singer
yeah,
of
yeah.
a band.
Yeah.
Hogwash.
The name of this episode is called Tulip Service, but I'm going to rename it Mad Mushroom because these biatches be crazy, yo, even before the shrooming trip began. I know Shannon was concerned about dirty water touching her injured toe, but were the other ladies concerned about sharing a tub of hot water with a person with a bleeding, gaping wound? I would like to give some tulips to whoever wrote this line in the description. Shannon is out here piloting a floating crock pot. Oh, this is me. Shannon's out here piloting a floating crock pot like a drunk Burt Reynolds in a moister than an oyster hat. I'm so glad that people are reading the descriptions because I'm only doing them now because Nina Pleo told us we got to do descriptions again. So here I am, 4 o'clock in the morning, fucking trying to crack jokes. Maybe with a little help from the GPTs. Okay, this episode was the hardest watched yet. Does Shane know he won the coin flip with SLC? Also, is oral surgery code for Shane coming back from Turkey with a full head of hair?
He's so funny.
One can only wish.
No, but we have great news. Shane doesn't have cancer.
I was going to say it at the top, and I thought maybe he wanted to say it.
Yeah, I
You
was
can
gonna
say it at
say,
the top
save
it
that for
of
his
Salt Lake.
reveal.
Salt Lake.
Yeah. I almost put up a post today. I was like literally spent an hour looking for photos of Shane, and I just didn't find one that I liked well enough, or one that he still looked like. About that Turkey trip. One more episode left before the reunion. Woohoo! I can't take much more of this show. We're gonna be here, but we were
Under duress.
yeah. There's definitely going to be a shakeup for season 20. The dynamic among the ladies doesn't work. It will be interesting to see who gets canned. Canned tuna, because this show stinks. Wasn't that a band at Woodstock? Just looked it up. It's canned heat. Anyway, canned tuna better describes who's on the chopping block for season 20. Gretchen is trying hard to gain icon status with her horrible fashion by trying to become the #1 Halloween costume of 2025 for women. Her toddlers and tiaras costume with a sexy edge grossed me out. I'm not saying she's dabbling in the dark arts, but I'm concerned. I think she's playing us. This woman knows how to get paid. She'll need all the money she can get because slim chance she'll be back next season. Next episode will determine if her 6-year or if her 6 very lucrative businesses will take a hit, and if Slade will be required to get a job. Also, since she was bragging about how well all of her businesses are doing, why couldn't she have paid for Slade's son's funeral? He was her son too. I just don't understand.
Such a great point.
Yeah.
That really is such a great point.
No, it really is. Yeah. Everything that I say about Gretchen is that I don't ever, I don't think she's smart enough often to be as diabolical as some people will
Pin her to be.
Will pin her to be. But her even being a part of Slade, whatever his fucking game plan is, I don't know. It's like you got to think of yourself as one day you're going to be that woman, because this shit's not exclusive to anyone, and they always think it is until it's not. So,
and this is all I'm saying. Like, this is why I say I'm right down the middle, and I don't know who to believe right now, which is so frustrating because I want to know what the truth is.
Yeah,
for peace, for freedom. And I just don't, because like every time I think like, oh, this is what's happening, then I remember something else, and I remember how she does have it in her to raise her voice and scream at someone and gun for somebody when she feels like she's being attacked or when she's wronged. And I just, twice this season, one time where I all think we can agree that she was lying, that they were at that dinner at Mastro's and did say or allude to the fact that she went to the hospital. And then she's in the back of the truck being like, or the van being like, wait, what are you talking about? Hospital? I don't, acting like, it's just, that's what I'm saying. There's no, it's clear as mud.
Yeah, totally.
Anyway, if you want, meet us here next week to cover the reunion. Like, subscribe, hype, tell a friend. Yeah. And if you know anyone that owns a thing that pays people like us, let them know too.
Yeah, whoever said we need independent creators, I'm very excited to be a corporate creator, and I will be phoning it in from Fiji.
I won't be. Just kidding.
Okay. That's it for now.
Love ya.
Love you. Bye. Ciao, ciao.
Tits. Tittles.